Tonight on Missing Persons Unit, the search for 85-year-old John Power continues.
He comes here every Saturday, apparently, and meets up with mates.
With exactly the same shirt.
I saw him Saturday.
And for police, at his age, every minute counts.
It could be your John Power at the hospital.
And what's going on with budding football star Chevy Aro.
We don't even know where he is. That's what's making us all sick.
He jumped from a moving car and has been on the run ever since.
I would have been doing 60, 70 plus. Yeah, 70, yeah, easy.
In Canberra, forensics could solve the 15-year-old mystery of Amelia Haia
The face itself would fill out a little bit more when you're getting up into the 30s.
and give the family the answers they have desperately searched for.
Wherever you are, we always love you. Please let us know.
Jinta Qu is only 15. She vanished 3 days ago, leaving her younger sister worried sick.
I just couldn't cope, thinking like what she's doing and stuff.
Her mum fears she may be the victim of an internet predator.
Her age on it was, what,
21.
21?
Oh, really?
So she's actually up to age.
Hi and welcome to Missing Persons Unit. It's not only the number of people who disappear every year that's increasing, but the growing cost in finding them. According to the Australian Federal Police, it now costs over $2,300 to find each one. Multiply that by the overall number who vanish, and it costs the nation $82 million every year. And most of that money is spent on teenagers 17 and under, as you're about to see in this episode. At the New South Wales Missing Persons Unit,
Hello.
Hello, is this Rowan?
Yep.
Yeah, Rowan. My name's Daniel Walker. I'm from New South Wales Police Missing Persons Unit. How are you?
Oh, good, thanks, love.
I'll just
Daniel
let
is
you
on the
know
phone
this
to
telephone
Raywin
call is
Aru.
being
Her
recorded,
16-year-old
so-
son, Chevy, took off 3
Sunday.
days ago.
All right, and what was the circumstances of that?
Well, we picked him up, right, and we just said to him, what's the matter with your Chevy? And away he went. He reckons that we don't effing trust him, which is a load of crock.
Chevy is a promising rugby league player and is on a sports scholarship at a prestigious high school. But he risked it all when he suddenly jumped out of his mum's car.
What sort of speed were you going when he jumped out?
Oh, about 30. I was just slowing down for the lights and out he jumped. Yeah, we don't know why.
Have you been in touch with the school at all to see if he...
They text us and tell us that he's not at school.
Okay.
But he's got league training tonight at Doonside.
So you think he'll turn up to league training?
Oh, not think he will. He eats, breathes, sleeps league.
He just loves rugby league.
Yeah.
Has he had any history of running off like this before?
No, never.
Okay. I should be out there in the next hour and a half or so. Will that be all right?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
All right, I'll come out and speak to you in person and we'll start looking for Chevy.
All right then, love.
Thanks.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, well, it's a bit worrying that he's willing to jump out of a car. Like, Mum said she was slowing down for the lights, so she was doing 70 and he was saying he was going to jump out when the car was doing 70. And then she slows down for lights and she's trying to lock the doors and he just jumps out. It's a big thing for him not to be going to school and possibly risk his sports scholarship and possibly his place in the league side.
Meanwhile, Phil and Joe are on their way to meet the distressed mum of another teenage runaway, 15-year-old Jinta Qu.
Well, it's very concerning that a 15-year-old girl is out on the streets. We don't know where she's staying. We don't know if she's staying with friends or just living on the streets, so she's quite vulnerable at that age, so we want to make sure we find her as soon as possible to make sure she's not at risk. Hi, are you Lisa?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Senior Constable Green and this is Constable Campbell.
Hi, how are you, sir?
Can we come in?
Yep, come
Thank you. Okay, so she went missing Monday morning?
Monday morning,
That's 7:15.
going to school as I thought, yep.
Sure. Do you know if she actually got to school that day?
No, she didn't know.
Okay, there's mention in here that she might have a boyfriend. Do you know
Yeah.
any details of that
I
person?
just got some details that come through from the school about an hour ago.
Okay,
That's,
excellent.
yeah, apparently she does. His name's Anthony, from Macquarie Fields.
Okay, now that picture, is that pretty current or is that what she looks like at the moment?
No, she's actually got dark hair at the moment. That would have been a school photo, I think.
Okay, sure.
Yep. Just makes it so real when you look at something like that.
That's all right, just take your time.
And it's not just Jacinta's mum who's not coping, but her little sister Shania is also confused.
Yesterday I had to miss out on like a lot of schoolwork because I just couldn't cope thinking like what she's doing and stuff, and yeah, so that's why I'm home today, because I didn't really want to go to school.
My gut feeling, I think she's with probably some boys or a boyfriend of some sort and having a good old time. Maybe, and her mum's over here worried sick. And just, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've got no reason why she would have done what she's done. I don't have any idea, no idea at all.
In the case of teenage runaway footy player Chevy Aro, police are now on their way to interview his mother.
It's important we get out to Quakers Hill as soon as we can. From what Mum says, it sounds like a young bloke, a lot of potential there with the rugby league, and it's important we see what's running through his head because we don't want him doing anything silly and injuring himself, possibly risking a good career.
Knock, knock.
G'day. Raywin, is it? Yeah, I'm Daniel. Can we come inside?
Thank you.
So obviously you haven't heard anything further from Chevy? All right. Is there anything that's triggered this? Like you said, it's out of character.
We don't know. We honestly don't know.
Has anything happened on the weekend? Like,
I know they all attended a party at Quakers Hill,
yeah.
but that was shut down by the police.
Okay.
But we didn't know anything about that either.
What day was that?
Saturday night.
Saturday night. Okay.
We went looking for him Sunday, where he told us he was going to be. Got there, he went there.
Okay.
And we went to another friend's house, picked him up, and then he just flew off the handle in the car. He jumped out of the car on the Quakers Parkway.
It's interesting to think what's running through his head.
Oh,
for
tell me
him
about
to
it.
want to jump out of a moving car, like just to see what's going through his mind and just to speak to him about it.
And it's not that there was no traffic around because we were on the parkway.
Yeah,
and,
it's a pretty busy road.
Yeah, exactly.
What was the conversation about when he jumped out? What was?
We asked him what the big problem was.
Yeah.
And he reckons that we didn't trust him.
Yeah.
Which is a load of crock.
Yeah.
There's just no need for Chevy to do this. Okay. No need at all.
And so you haven't seen him like since the Sunday?
He was seen yesterday at Blacktown by my little brother.
Yeah.
And he yelled out to him and he just took off.
He'd be more than likely catching the train to get to Blacktown and about, or?
We don't know. We don't even know where he is. That's what's making us all sick.
Yeah.
Because this is just not Chevy.
We'll get out there. That's the best thing for us right now is to be out and about.
So Daniel and Lee head to nearby Blacktown in the hope Chevy will still be in the area. In the chase for teen football star Chevy Aro, police have arrived in Western Sydney where he was last seen. They're hoping to catch some of his mates at the train station on their way home from school.
Have you seen Chev? Not this afternoon?
No. When was the last time you saw him?
Walking to the station.
When was that?
Yesterday, I think.
Yesterday? When, like, where and
Oh, morning. Oh, at Station 7 Hills.
Okay, is that where most you hop off to go to school?
Yeah.
If you see him, or if you speak to your mates and they've seen him, just let him know that obviously his mum's reported missing because his mum hasn't seen him in a while, like since the weekend. And just for him to get in touch with his family, like a family member or his mum or even the police.
Yeah, so just ask like his friends and that.
Yeah, just ask around, ask your mates. All right? Okay, thanks for your time.
Then, just as the boys walk off, one of them gets a call from a mate who has seen Chevy. So Lee takes the call.
How you going? Your name's Adam? Yeah, Adam. I'm trying to get in contact with Chevy. Chev, is he with you? What train's that? The Penrith train? police and his parents have been looking for him, so we're worried about him, so we need to make sure he's all right. Is he okay?
Chevy is on a train heading their way, so Daniel and Lee plan to meet him as he gets off. That is, if his mate on the phone hasn't tipped him off.
You watch that one, I'll watch this one. Doesn't hop off, we'll go to football training.
Yeah.
It's worth a shot anyway, definitely.
But as the crowds pass them by, it seems the teenage telegraph has blown it for the cops.
Nothing.
No, nothing on this side. He might have found out that we're waiting here and jumped off at 7 Hills like the station earlier. Try the training next and hopefully there's some luck there. All right.
Back at 15-year-old Jacinta's home, police are now getting a picture of just how involved she is in the internet chat rooms, perhaps with older men.
He's mentioned that she's got something on her computer on the internet. Is it possible to have a look at that site just to see if there's any
She actually has an age. Her age on it was, what, 21?
Oh, really?
So she's actually up to age quite, yeah.
Is it possible for you to get into that and just show us a little
Put that up, darling, and have a look. We could all only just sort of get up a profile, and there was a few photos sort of on it that will give you more of a look of a darker look of her.
This is her Beto page. Like, everybody goes on it. This is her now.
And how long ago was this taken in? This is not that long ago, was it?
No, it was your first got a haircut.
She was like a bit older than 15, didn't she?
Yeah. Well, she thinks she is.
Can you actually send her a message saying, look, Mum's really worried about you, she's reported you missing, please contact home, or please attend the police station and show that you're okay?
They won't let me send her a message. So.
Shania tries, but it appears Jacinta has blocked her sister out, and she hasn't been taking her mum's calls either. So Phil tries her, hoping she'll pick up because she won't recognise the number.
Hello?
Hello, is that Jacinta?
Yeah, who's this?
Yeah, Phil Green from the Missing Persons Unit. You've been reported missing by your mum, and she's really, really worried about you. And she's called us to try and help find you. Where are you at the moment? No, didn't go very good. Unfortunately, she's hung up.
That's the first time I heard her voice in 3 days.
Well, I'll let you know that she's answering her phone and she's okay at the moment, so that's one good thing. I just got to try and find out where she might be.
I like her to do this, but not, you know, like, not this long.
At least Jacinta is alive. But by posing as a 21-year-old on the net, 15-year-old Jacinta could be in a lot of danger. Back in the hunt for rugby league player Chevy Aro, police are hoping he'll turn up at his regular footy training.
Is this Doonside training? Yep. We've got a young bloke we're looking for. His name's Chevy. He's in the under-16s and his mum said he might be at training now. I believe training's at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, 6 o'clock is a bit early, but I'm the coach of the 16s. So.
Oh, OK. Have you guys been training long?
No, I only started last week.
All right.
About 15, 16 here both nights last week.
OK.
And Chevy was one of them.
So Chevy's been coming to the last couple of training sessions?
Yeah.
Does he normally turn up early, late, or...?
Last Tuesday's fairly early, Thursday was about on time.
OK. If it's all right with you guys, we'll hang around, see if he turns up to training or not. Yeah. As I said, Mum's hasn't seen him in the last couple of days. She's really worried about him, but he loves rugby league that much that she's pretty confident that he should turn up.
I'm a bit worried, actually, because I've got 15 boys and they all look like very good backs. Yeah. I've got no forwards at the moment.
OK, need some big blokes.
Yeah, he's a fairly quick sort of kid and nice hands and that, so, yeah, looks all right.
No worries, thanks for your time, mate.
Right, Dan.
Nice. Doesn't look like he's turned up at training. It is worrying, as Mum said, rugby league's everything to him. And if he didn't come to training, or I don't know what's going through his head at the moment.
Yeah, Phil Green from Missing Persons. How are you, Phil?
Back in the search for 15-year-old runaway Jacinta Qu. Police are now meeting with the deputy principal of her school, Peter South.
Making inquiries into a missing person. I believe she's one of the students of the school here, and I've been told that you may have a bit of information that may assist us with trying to locate her.
We've had a number of students that know the girl and had some idea where she might have gone to. They know about some boys that she may have met up with and a boyfriend apparently. So those girls were quite upset and distressed. They've come in here and we've had the counsellor with them and so on. One of the girls, though, believes she knows where one of them lives. She said she'd be willing to cooperate and somehow show you where that boy might live.
Sure.
They're worried as well.
You wouldn't happen to know any reason why she may have disappeared? I know it's come as a complete surprise to her mum. So.
Well, it's a surprise to her friends, and I think that's the thing is that she has a group of friends at the school that she knows, and they're worried about her. So it's unusual from their perspective, and that makes me sort of wonder that it's a little bit more than just taking off somewhere and returning later.
Yeah, sure.
So that's enough to worry us.
So police rush off to interview Jacinta's friend. The deputy principal goes with them to explain the urgency of the situation.
So what sort of approach do you think we need with the mother and this young lady?
I don't know if the reason she knows about this is she might have done something that maybe mum doesn't know about, so there could be issues there. And then she's going to possibly have issues with being caught out if that comes out.
Sure. Well, how about we go in and see what she has to say?
Sure.
As they head off, hoping this will give police the lead they need, back at Jacinta's home, her baby sister is starting to fret.
I've got to start thinking about others, not just herself.
As Jacinta's mum and sister try to come to terms with her disappearance, Phil's promising lead comes to nothing.
Unfortunately, that didn't go as well as I would have liked. We spoke to the young lady. She wasn't really forthcoming with any information. She appeared to know something, but just not willing to disclose it. Whether it's fear of getting into trouble or something else, we don't know. So we're going to try some other avenues now, and hopefully we'll come up with something new.
In the ACT Missing Persons Unit, Senior Constable Bernie Neal is working on the most baffling case the Territory has seen in 2 decades.
Amelia Haia was last seen on the 17th of December 1992 about 3 a.m. by an auntie that she lived with here in the ACT. She'd come home from a night out with a boyfriend and she was upset at the time. She and her boyfriend had broken up and she wasn't in the best of spirits at the time. Her auntie went to her room about 10 o'clock in the morning and Amelia was gone. However, she did leave a note there to say that she was going for a walk to think things over and that she would ring, and she never returned. Like a lot of missing person cases, it was typical in that there were a number of sightings in the beginning for the first couple of months, and then those gradually began to taper off, but nothing could be confirmed.
And there hasn't been one lead since. So now, police are reigniting the case by using digital technology to update Amelia's photo to see what she might look like today.
Doing a photograph enhancement, we'd be hopeful that somebody could say, oh, yeah, maybe I do know this person, maybe I have seen this person, and we could reunite Amelia with her family.
Police and Amelia's family are all too aware that this is likely to be their last chance. Meanwhile, New South Wales Police have a fresh lead in the search for schoolgirl Jinta Qu.
We've got in some information that another girl within the area might have some information where Jacinta might be, so we're just going to try that now. We're just going to visit her and see what she has to tell us.
Phil's hoping Tori will be more helpful than Jacinta's other school buddy.
How you going? Hi, Phil from Missing Persons Unit. This is Joe. Just wondering if Tori's here. Yeah. You're Tori? Hi, Tori. We've just got some information that maybe you might be able to help us. Actually, you might be aware Jacinta's gone missing.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that you might be able to tell us if you know where she might be at the moment.
I got told that she might be at her boyfriend's house in Menangle.
Now, her boyfriend's name's Anthony, is that right?
Yeah.
Would you happen to know what his surname is?
No, sorry.
What about Joy? Don't know that one? Do you know anyone who might know who their surname is?
I think Kate might know this person at school.
Do you have Katie's phone number?
House phone number?
Yeah.
Yeah,
phone number.
Tori knows her friend's safety is at risk, so she hands over the number.
We're really concerned. Her intentions might be fine now, but the boys, we don't know who they are, what they're like. And if they're holding her against her will, she could be in some serious danger. So anyone who has information, please encourage them to come forward and tell us. Either tell us or tell the local police. She's only 15. If she's with some older boys, we don't want anything bad to happen to her.
In Canberra, in the cold case of Amelia Haia, Bernie Neal has arrived at Amelia's sister's home.
Hello.
G'day, Kim.
Yes, Bernie?
Yeah, Bernie Neal from the ACT.
Nice to meet you again. How you
Yeah,
going?
you too. Good to see you.
Come
Looking
in.
well, thank you.
The whole extended family has gathered to help police in the investigation.
One of the things we want to try and do to get further interest in the case is doing a photograph enhancement. So what we would try to do is, with a photograph, is have the photograph of Amelia age enhanced, so it would be how Amelia looks today. Hopefully from getting this photograph age enhanced and getting it out there into the media right across Australia, we can get some renewed interest in the case, and we'll get hopefully people calling in, and who knows, we just it might just be the goal we need to kick. Yeah.
Since she's been gone, I've been writing letters, so I've got a box full of letters for her when she comes back. Dear Amelia, it's going on to over 15 years now since you've been gone. This year has taken a huge blow to my life. In June, Dad passed away in Sydney and we had the funeral in Canberra. We're all worried about you. Grandma Whangafua, you've always been her favourite, still cries. I hurt to see her hurt. I have so much to tell you. I'm not giving up. I wonder if you still look up and remember our promise of looking up at the stars at night whenever we missed each other. We'd promised to look up at the stars, to know that we were under the same sky that made us feel close. Miss you so much, Meow. Wonder if you still look up. I still do. A promise is a promise. Pray that you're safe and well, happy and healthy. Just wish you'd call soon. Love, Lil.
There was an article that I've got on file that said Amelia contacted her mother in Tonga about 6 months after her disappearance. And would Amelia's mother know where the call was made from? Do you know if Amelia gave any indication as to where she may have been?
So she rang from Melbourne to tell her mother she's safe, she's happy, but as long she's not going to let me know where she is.
Oh, OK.
Don't tell me.
Do you think that Emily would speak to police in relation to Amelia as far as if she's had any contact with Amelia since June 1993?
I don't think so.
Amelia was just 5 years old when she moved to Australia from Tonga to live with her father after the breakup of her parents' marriage.
But we went back there in '96 and she didn't want to see us. And then we went back, was it last year or the year before?
Did she explain why she didn't want to see you?
No.
No, we just got it from second hand that she didn't want to see us. But every time we go over, we always make an effort to see her.
Her mother, back in Tonga, has shunned the family ever since. So while Amelia could be anywhere, her mother may know just where.
If she did run away, then we just need to know she's safe. If, for some reason, my sister has met with foul play, then for me, it's and the rest of the family, it's important to know that as well.
He said, Amelia, wherever you are, please contact us. 40 cents, reverse the charge, like you used to do. Let the missing person unit, please, know where you are. We always love you. Please let us know.
Last week, we brought you the story of 85-year-old John Power. John was reported missing 5 days earlier when his neighbours noticed his mailbox had not been cleared.
The reason I'm concerned is because of his age, and he seems to be a social person. has lots of friends at the Vikings Leagues Club and all his neighbours that have reported him missing, but none of them have seen him for 5 days, which is a bit concerning.
And when police interviewed John's neighbours, they found no leads.
Just saw him going down the road. I'm not too sure what day it was or what, yeah. I always have my door open and see him walk past and, you know, putting his garbage away or walking down the road or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I am concerned for him because he's a decent old guy.
So today, the cops head out to his local club to see if he's been there.
Hi, how are you? I'm Joanne Campbell from the Police Missing Persons Unit.
Richard.
This is Phil Green.
Hey, Phil.
Hi, Richard. So you're the manager?
That's right.
We're just making inquiries in relation to a elderly person that's gone missing.
Okay.
Just wondering, and apparently he frequents here. Right. So we're just wondering if you recognise him at all?
No, I can't say that I do, but we may have some regulars here who come every day who might be able to identify him for you. G'day, gents. We've just got a couple of officers here from the Missing Persons Unit.
We're just making inquiries in relation to an elderly gentleman that's been reported missing and just wondering if you know his face.
I come here every Saturday and I've got an idea I've seen him.
Yeah?
But
okay.
I wouldn't know his name or...
Okay. We're just making inquiries in relation to a person that's been reported missing and he apparently frequents here. His name's John Power.
How long has he been missing for?
I think the last time he was seen was last Thursday. His neighbours said about 5 days it's been since they've seen him. But he comes here every Saturday, apparently, and meets up with neighbours.
With exactly the same shirt.
I saw him Saturday.
Yeah.
I saw him Saturday.
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah. About
okay.
1 o'clock.
Do you know if any of his, like, the people that he hangs around when he comes here, do you know any of those people?
He was sitting by himself and I saw him.
Oh, okay. We've spoken to some patrons in the club and one of them has seen him here at the club on Saturday, but his neighbours haven't seen him at home. So now we're going to go back and do some checks on the computer and phone some hospitals because we're really worried.
At Canberra's Missing Persons Unit, Bernie Neal is now speaking to the Federal Police's International Bureau.
I've got a missing person inquiry. It's a cold case from 15 years ago involving Amelia Haia. I've received some recent information that Amelia's mother, who lives in Tonga, may actually know where Amelia may be. What I would like to know is what I would have to do to get inquiries made in Tonga.
What I can do is contact our relevant liaison officer out in that region. They can seek the assistance of the Tongan police to try and locate and talk to the mother about it.
OK then, Barb. Look, thank you very much for your help today.
No worries.
Thank you. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
As international inquiries get underway, here at Victoria's Criminal Identification Unit, the ageing of Amelia's photo is also underway.
Faces are very fascinating things to work with in as much as they're very susceptible to change.
Detective Sergeant Adrian Patterson is a global expert on facial identification.
The role of the Criminal Identification Squad here in Melbourne is to assist investigators with identifying persons, whether they're deceased, whether they're alive, people we're looking for, people who have gone missing. We assisted in Bali and the Australian consulate bombing and the bombings in the Philippines. So our role in facial identification is quite extensive. We're guided a lot by what family members can tell us. Some families may have 3 or 4 children, they all got 3 or 4 peas in a pod. It'll give us a direction to try and head in as far as facial features go. What I would do is I would bring the hair down and get some curl back into it again. That's something that she's not going to lose. The face itself would fill out a little bit more when you're getting up into the 30s. Thickening of the neck a tiny bit would also be appropriate.
It's a painstaking process, but with each stroke of Adrian's pen, this young schoolgirl looks older and older.
Look at that one's a nice one of her.
Yeah, I've seen this one.
That was taken.
I've seen this one a couple of times. It's in Tonga.
Yep.
Her sister Kim is keeping the memory of Amelia alive.
Uncle Paul and Auntie Mia dancing because she loved dancing.
Their Auntie Amelia disappeared long before Thani and Jake were born.
The tradition is that people in the audience come up and they just put money on her.
But they've grown up knowing all about her.
That's when they're all dressed up to go out one day. I'm not too sure where they were going.
Uncle John, Auntie Amelia and Uncle Paul.
Yeah, that's a good shot, that one. That's one of my favourite pictures when they were little.
Yeah.
I like the clothes.
Pretty cool, aren't they?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in Melbourne, After 16 long hours, Detective Sergeant Adrian Patterson is adding the finishing touches to Amelia Haia's photo.
I would hope that that would be heading in the right direction. It perhaps would be sufficient for people to maybe identify her or prompt her to come forward.
The aged photo is the biggest step forward since Amelia's disappearance 15 years ago.
I couldn't imagine with my family, if one of those was to go missing, how you would feel not having any closure or not knowing. So even if the person concerned, Amelia herself, chooses to even make a phone call, anything I think would be just so heartwarming and just fill the family with a little bit more, sort of hope or closure, or just to be left like that, I think it'd be very difficult.
Back home in Canberra, Jake has this message for the auntie he has never met.
I want to meet you so bad. And all my other cousins that you haven't met yet would love to meet you too. Thani, Joe, Jasmine, everybody would just love to meet you. So just come back. Yeah.
Back in the case of 85-year-old John Power, 6 days after he disappeared, he's been found in hospital.
We're interested to see why he's here, because there's a big question mark over that. Considering if he knew he was going to be admitted to hospital, he would tell his neighbours. So hopefully we'll find out today whether it's a serious illness or a routine admission.
Good afternoon.
John.
I'm the missing man, yeah.
You're the missing man and we found you. I'm Faye. How are you?
It turns out John came here as an outpatient for a checkup about a skin condition. But when the doctors saw him, the condition was so bad, they admitted him.
I've travelled the world and I never had anything like it in my life. It was so bad, they put me straight in the hospital and I couldn't contact anybody. I said, I hope you'll cure it this time. Make sure it doesn't come back. Because I'd rather face the firing squad than go through that again.
John will spend a few more days in hospital recovering before he heads back home to his mates and his form guide.
Well, what a great result. John will be heading home soon and I'm sure his neighbours can't wait to see him looking fit and well. Case closed.
Promising young league player Chevy Aro has been missing for 5 days. His rugby league scholarship is now in jeopardy. So, with a series of dead ends, police are hoping this next lead will break the case.
The house we're headed out to now is believed that Chevy went to a party at this house on the weekend. So there is a good chance that he may still be hanging around there with his mates. I've been in touch with the school and they've informed me that Chevy hasn't been to school all week. I don't know what's going through his head at the moment, but he just doesn't want to be at school and he doesn't want to be at home.
When they arrive, the house is unlocked, but no one's home. So Daniel and Lee search the grounds in case Chevy is hiding.
Back's onto reserve, but there's no one in it.
Strange, because there's a window open. Maybe they've just ducked out for a bit.
With no signs of Chevy, Daniel then calls his mum to update her and to see if she's had any news.
Hello, Ray, is it? Hi. Yeah, it's Daniel from Missing Persons. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Have you heard any more info?
No, he hasn't returned yet.
I got in touch with the school and they said he hadn't been at school today. How's that going to affect with his scholarship and stuff like that?
Well, I think he's just blown it.
Okay, that's not good.
No,
it's not good at all. I'll get in touch with you again tomorrow morning.
All right then, Daniel.
All right, Ray.
Thank you.
Thanks, bye. A number of inquiries have been exhausted and it's getting to a case where his mum's getting more and more worried, so it is important that we find him as soon as we can.
But back home, all Chevy's mum can do is plead for her son to come home.
Chevy, you're not in trouble. We're all worried. Just come home, Chev. Or call.
So is this the first time that we've used this artist here in the ACT?
Yes, he's a Victorian police forensic artist. And,
In Canberra, the ACT police are on the case of long-term missing girl Amelia Haia. Detective Bernie Neal is launching the media blitz using her aged photo.
Have there been any sightings, any leads for you to follow?
There were several sightings of a person that may have looked like her. Nothing was established as to whether it was Amelia or not.
Bernie is hoping someone will recognise her and come forward. And give this loving family the answers they so desperately need. But for some in the family, those answers will come too late. Amelia's grandfather died 5 years ago, and her grandmother prays it won't be too late for her.
She hasn't forgotten you. She still remembers everything. She's 85, going on 86 now, and she just wanted you to come back. You can come back while she's still alive. Everyone wants you back, Mia. We all love you. And we want you back. Come and meet my kids. We all love you so much. Thank you.
Back in New South Wales, police have finally had a breakthrough in the case of league player Chevy Aro, who has put his football scholarship at risk.
Chevy's come home, so that's excellent news. We're going out to speak to him and hopefully get a bit of insight into why he did what he did, and also find out what's going to happen with his school and football and that. Can we come in?
Yeah, sure. How you doing today? Good. Come in. Good stuff.
How are you, Chevy? Dan Walker.
I'm Lee. How you doing?
We'll grab a seat. I've spoken to your mum. What's your side of the story? What was going through your head?
One of my family members said something to me and
Yeah.
it turned me the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I decided to run.
In hindsight, do you think that was the smartest thing?
No.
No. From what your mum told me, you jumped out of the car when she was driving through Quakers Hill. What was going through your head then?
Nothing. Anger.
Just angry?
Yeah.
You think it was the smartest move, jump out of the car? Think you could have probably hurt yourself or got hit by a car or something like that?
Yeah, probably.
What about the school? Have you gone and seen your school, the sports high?
Yeah, we've seen them today.
Yeah, what's happened with that? Because I know it was a bit of worries. Your mum was telling me she was worried about your scholarship and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, they said I could go back, just I have to catch up on the work.
You have to catch up on everything. All right. Well, I can't sit here and say, no, families are perfect, people don't have problems with each other. That's just how life is. People have problems with each other. But the mature thing is just let your mum know or let family members know. But just to take off and not let them know anything, and for them to be at home worried, sick, mate, that doesn't show any respect to your family at all.
Yeah, don't want to do it again. It's just miserable. No money, no food, no shelter. That's what your family's there for. Just don't want to do it again.
It was really good to speak to Chevy. He's a good kid and he knows he's made a mistake this time, but we all make mistakes in our life and hopefully he learns from this.
Without your family, you ain't gonna go nowhere, and you wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for your family. It's really more important than anything in the world.
So while Chevy is safely at home, 15-year-old Jinta Qu is still on the run. Police now have real concerns for her safety. So they've teamed up with local Campbelltown police.
On Monday morning, Jinta Qu went missing. She was supposed to go to a school and didn't show up. We believe at this time that she may be with two males. One's called Anthony. He's apparently her boyfriend. The other one's called Joy, or Jay. But we do have strong fears that she may be held against her will. So it's quite important that we try and find her as soon as we can, just to make sure she's safe. 15-year-old girl, day 3, you know, a bit of pressure from the boys could lead to anything, so we don't want to see that happen.
And that's what terrifies Jacinta's mum, particularly if these males are much older and, having met Jacinta on the internet, believe she's 21.
Jacinta, Mum misses you heaps and I want you to come home. I don't know why you've done this and you're not in trouble, baby. Just come home and we can sit and talk about this. If you can't come to Mum, you know, ring somebody else. Just let me know that you're okay. Because I can't go another night, Dale, without not knowing that you're in this house and having to go to, you know, sleep without you here. I'm worried sick about you.
After recovering in hospital from his skin condition, 85-year-old John Power is now home.
You didn't know I was this important, did you? I know you're going all the time.
Here's your keys.
Oh, brand new, yeah. Brand new.
I know you like that.
And how are you, old mate?
It's really good to see you, John.
And his mates are happy to have him back, but they want to make sure he doesn't worry them again.
So you've got my number, name and number, you've got
I've got
Ray's.
Ray's now,
So
too, yeah.
please, if it happens again, have somebody ring one of us.
Listen, mate.
I'll give you mine too.
Yeah. Listen, mate, I've learned quite a few lessons out of this. I'm going to change my whole outlook on a lot of things.
Well, when you're able to have a beer, we're taking you out for one.
Well, thanks to you, boys.
You're welcome.
For thinking so much of me. I'm 8 foot tall now. Home, sweet home, at last.
Every year, over 35,000 people go missing. Have you seen 26-year-old Asif Hadi, who disappeared from Kingsford, New South Wales in 1982? Or 42-year-old Stella Ferrugia, last seen in Henley Beach, South Australia in 1984? And 21-year-old Jay Brogden, missing from Cannonvale, Queensland in 2007. If you have any information, please call 1-800 333 000.